welcome back. Can't believe we're back already going for the December sale with the September sale that happened last week. All the consignment videos that you've been tuning into, the series of consignment videos there for that auction. Really good sale, and a massive thank you to all of you out there who did participate, whether that was vendors selling, buyers, and of course underbidders as well, because you were the guys that push the price up and get these sellers the fantastic results that their guitars in most cases quite rightfully deserve. So it was an incredible event. We had some amazing sale prices, as a lot of you have already witnessed and commented, including the very good price achieved for the 58V, which was $108,000 it checks out at in total, which for a refinished example, a reprofiled example and other mods was a very good result, and in fact bettered the last one that came to market or exchanged in private hands that had been refinished. So yeah, that was a fantastic result on that one, and you never know, maybe we'll unearth another one. Thank you of course to all those who watch the videos, because keeps the channel going, it encourages more, and yeah, we're going to keep going with it on a weekly basis as much as we can, and yeah, we really appreciate it. So please do remember to subscribe to our channel if you are a new viewer. And of course, like the video, it all helps with the that algorithm, and hit the bell icon as well so you can get notified for future uploads. The one thing that a lot of people have been asking is, when's the Bernie Marsden collection coming back up for sale? Quite honestly, we do not know at this stage. It's still, it's still very fresh after the event. So we will make the announcement as soon as possible. It might be December, it might not, but we will. The decision, if it is going to be December, the decision will be made quite soon, I think. So please do keep an eye out for that one. We do have other artist-related collections coming in. We do have one in now, which I'm not going to announce just yet, because we do have to work through it, see what's there. It's only come in very recently, and I try not to make things up on the spot where I don't need to. So yeah, try and give as much accurate information in these videos as possible. So at least I've had a look at the surface of these guitars first. So today we're going to do a very small video of just one collection, a nice collection of 4 guitars from a deceased estate. Sort of it's things that have been modified, but I think quite tastefully. But we will have a look through, and yeah, let's get going. So a lot of you will have already seen a few of these on our socials, because we have been posting throughout the week. So do follow us on Instagram and Facebook, because you will get the most advanced notification of things that are coming up. Certainly the nice things, or the things that people want to see, the eye candy. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of them, which is in its original case a 1974 Gibson Les Paul Standard, which has obviously been modified. But so 74 was the first year for the reintroduction of the standard model. So before then you would just get the deluxe models, and then anything that's sort of pre-74 that has humbucker pickups tends to be a conversion. If you take the humbuckers out, you'll find where it's been the cavities have been enlarged to make it into standard spec. So this is a genuine standard with the small logo standard truss rod cover. So modifications, it would have been 2 pickups originally, so you would have had these 2 spacing as you would expect, and then what's happened is this has been shunted up, and we've got a Damasio in the bridge. So a very, very 70s thing to do. Sort of with the 70s Damasio pickup there. We've got the coil switch on top as well. But yeah, it's a cool thing, and I think I quite like modifications when they add to the history of the guitar. 70s, a classic 70s mod.
It's a really cool Les Paul, man.
It's a cool Les Paul. It's got some 70s weight behind it, but we'll forgive that. But yeah, cool thing in the original case, and one of 4 from this collection that we're looking at today. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't actually 100% know. I know it's an SG looking at the case, but I haven't really properly looked at this yet, so those frets need work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so 2010 Gibson SG. Cool. But yeah, those frets need some TLC, some cleaning. So again, from the same collection, obviously something that was bought much later on in the gentleman's collecting and playing days. But a cool thing, and it's always good to have a couple of SGs in the cell, and I love them. Now I do know what's in here, and it's really nice to get something like this in early on. So again, this guitar screams 70s, but it is a 61 Fender Stratocaster. So a cool thing, it's had the one of the typical 70s mods, which is to strip your finish to natural. A lot of the players around that era did this a lot. I mean, John Deacon was famous for doing it with his P bass, and a lot of bassists follow suit. And yeah, lots of guitarists used to strip their guitars back to this natural finish during that 70s period. So this is a 61. I'm going to be completely honest, we haven't had it apart yet. So I'm not going to comment too much about the originality inside. This guitar has only just really, these guitars have only really just come in. But on the face of it, everything, apart from obviously the stripped finish, everything looks okay. These height adjuster screws are obviously replaced. Those big flat heads. But yeah, the guard looks good. The other plastics look good. It's had a refret. It's got some big frets on there, and obviously a replacement brass nut. But yeah, tuners look good. Bridge looks good. The screws on the jack plate are not right, because they would also be Phillips, not flathead. But yeah, strap buttons look right. The serial plate's obviously right. But it'll be interesting to see what we find inside. I'm going to say that it's probably mostly okay. But who knows? But when you see the catalogue description, it will be right. So yeah, we'll get this up on the catalogue in the coming weeks. Catalogue previews at guitarauctions.com. So please do have a look there and see what's coming up. But this will again, this has been up on our Instagram channel already, with quite a lot of good feedback. So yeah, it's nice grain in the wood there.
It looks really great stripped back.
It does. But if some people will use it as a good bass project, I mean, send the body to Clive Brown.
Yeah.
And get a really cool, get it restored of a cool custom colour. But yeah, nice thing. It's got the trem arm as well. Trem arm is there in the case, which is of period as well. So yeah, 1961 Fender Strat. I guess we could say player's grade. Love it or hate that term, but yeah, one for next time, and we will have a look inside at some point and give you a rundown of that. Maybe in a future consignment video, we'll come back to this one and mention it again. But yeah, another cool thing with some 70s mojo. So this is another lovely vintage Fender piece, which we believe has artist history, which we are still working on, particularly with the family. So this is a late 60s, I'm pretty sure it's a 68 Fender Precision bass. I do need to double check that, but yeah, late 60s Fender Precision bass. It's obviously come in like this without its strings on. So the artist history is that it was formerly owned by John Entwistle. Now, like I said, we're still working on this, but the family, or the deceased, bought it from the shop that he used to solely buy from, and there was a connection within that shop to John Entwistle. And when he bought this guitar years and years and years ago, decades ago, he was just a off-the-cuff remark. Oh, that was one that was traded in by I think it was a relation of John Entwistle. Now, don't take any of this as gospel, because this is just a very much a summary until we get all the provenance written down by the family. But the interesting thing about this is that when the neck was taken off, there was a piece of paper with John Entwistle's details on, and inscribed property of, if found please return to, and this was found long after he bought it from the store. So that piece of paper will come with it. Like I said, we're still working on this provenance. We have found a picture of John Entwistle holding a bass that looks very similar to this. Trying to get better photos, because you never know, you might be able to grain match it, but maybe it could be. Without really hard provenance, obviously it's not gonna have a huge uplift in value. We're going to be valuing it at what it's worth as a guitar, but it's an interesting story, and it could be. But we're going to be working on the provenance a bit more, see what we can find out. But certainly watch this space for a story on this one. But yeah, a cool bass. I mean, John Entwistle did own a lot of guitars, and a lot do turn up every now and then around. So
all you got to do is go through that book.
Yeah,
we've got a copy of it as well.
Bass Culture. Yeah, his book. Yeah,
it's a tome.
It is a tome. Tome of guitar goodies, bass guitar goodies. But yeah, we've had a few guitars from the John Entwistle collection in the past, so this could be the next one. Again, need to take it apart to see what's going on inside. But yeah, nice late 60s Fender Precision bass from that collection as well. So there we go. That is a very quick look at one collection of 4 guitars that we've got in. We do have a lot more stuff in. I would say we've probably had about 200 lots already, which we are working through. Like I said, we got an artist-owned collection that we will have a look at in a couple of weeks. We've got another nice private collection of about 10 guitars that came in last week. And left-handed players, watch this space, because next week we have a very good collection of very good left-hand guitars. I will say no more for now, but yeah, if there's any lefty viewers out there, you will want to see this collection. Can't remember quite when it's turning up, but if it comes in, if it is mid next week, it turns up, we will make that next week's update, consignment update. So yeah, the next auction is on the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th of December. The consignment deadline is the 3rd of November, so if you do have anything to sell, please get in touch with us. The details on our website, but it's essentially email address auctions@gardinerhoulgate.co.uk for all your valuation needs. You can phone us up as well and discuss. Follow us on our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook. We do various others, but those are the main two that the majority of people use. And then, of course, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon for future updates. And of course, sign up to the mailing list via our website, because that is another very good way to get notified when these videos go up and learn about very, very important information regarding sales. So we will be back next week with another consignment update, but for now, that is it, and thanks very much for joining us again.